Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with meteorologist Cameron Landfield.
Happy Wednesday, Western Oregon. It's still a beautiful summer day out there. Not nearly as hot, though, as we saw yesterday. We will not be making it into the triple-digit temperatures for today, but still very, very warm out there, and the sunshine not going anywhere. Clearly, look at Corvallis, very sunny out there for this morning. Now, we've got a shift in the upper atmosphere, which brings us more westerly winds for today, which means a little bit more of the air out over the ocean is getting pushed into our area, and that means the marine layer is stronger for today. That's also going to help regulate temperatures later in the day, too. Roseburg also looking beautiful and sunny, but if you were to go out to the coast, things would look a little different. We're seeing visibility issues starting to develop over Newport, 5 miles of visibility right now, but the low cloud cover is making for a very gray start out on the coast, and that's a part of why the temperature is going to be so much lower out there for today as well. Saw about 75 yesterday for the high in many areas on the coast. Today, looking closer to about 65. Now, the low clouds are going to be gone as we make our way into about 8 a.m. this morning, and then everything else is going to be sunshiny for the rest of the day. But those temperatures are lower because of that westerly push. But even though the temps are lower, they're still hot. Here's a look at our hour by hour for Eugene. 7 o'clock, still 72 degrees at 9 a.m. and jumping up to 80 before we even get to noon. Yesterday, however, we were at 90 before we got to noon. Seeing about 90 degrees as we get to 2 o'clock and then staying in those 90s, cruising through the 90s all the way until about 8 o'clock before we drop back into the 80s, and still another warm day for tomorrow morning. Here's a look at the current wind direction, and like I said, we see a westerly component for today. Yesterday it was mostly from the south, so things are going to be a little bit more relaxed. Another reason for that relaxing in the temperatures is the big ridge moving out towards the east there. You can see it over Idaho for today. Yesterday, it was a little bit closer to the Pacific Northwest. And as we make our way into Thursday, it'll continue to relax. You can actually see mostly zonal conditions coming up by Thursday afternoon. 7-day forecast shows you 64 on the coast for today, close to those mid-60s the whole week. Another day to 2 days of some foggy conditions in the morning before sunshine is all the way through on the coast. And speaking of all the way through, Umpqua Basin sunshine the entire week. 97 today, seeing mostly those mid to high 90s, a little gusty tomorrow though. And for the Cascade Passes, also sunny all the way through in the low to mid 80s. Finally, Willamette Valley 96 today, drop into the low 90s for tomorrow, staying in the 90s. And again, gusty for tomorrow, but still nice and sunny. But now,